Michael Wido with DB Services, and today we're going to be talking about connecting your FileMaker Go apps to outside mobile apps. For today's demonstration, I'm going to be showing this off on an iMac. The schemes underneath both the iMacs and the iOSs are the same, but that's just for demonstration purposes. Really, this is meant to run from an FileMaker Go iPad. So what this does is we type in our message, it'll take that message, it'll go open up the Notes app, and it'll create a note with our custom message in there, or if we choose, we can leave it empty and it'll default to one. So we'll say this is a test message, and we'll click create note, and you'll see it pops up the Notes app with our custom message inputted. So how does this work, and how can you leverage this for your own apps? This works using the app schemes that Apple has set up for their apps, or if you're trying to connect to a third-party app that the app's creators have made for it. Over here on this browser session, I have a website that has a nice list of the different apps that have known app schemes and what those are, and then the different actions you can take within them. The one we use to achieve this notes is actually a shortcut. You cannot create a note directly, you have to create a shortcut that creates a note. And so we actually used this scheme here. So shortcuts, usually the scheme will follow this pattern. It'll be app name, :// action you're taking, and much like a URL scheme, then the parameters follow the question mark, and then there are two parameters that the run shortcut can take. One is your shortcut name, and you do have to make sure you URL encode your shortcut name if it includes spaces, and then the input. There are two types of input. So if it's input text, then you can have another parameter called text that comes right after it. If it's clipboard, it just takes whatever your current clipboard is, and even if you put this text parameter after the clipboard, it'll just ignore it. This is linked in the article, so you guys can find this if you ever have use cases for connecting to any of these other apps. Now let's take a look at the actual FileMaker code. So our FileMaker code has a URL variable here, and all it is that shortcut scheme. So we're going to do the run shortcut name, we're going to pass it the shortcut name, and then we're going to say our input is clipboard, and our shortcut name is just a parameter on this button here, create note. And then all you have to do is use the open URL step, give it your URL, and then as long as the scheme is valid, it will run that URL in the context of the local apps. Let's take a look at shortcuts to see how our create note actually works. So here we just have a create note with clipboard in Notes, and it's pretty simple. We just named it here, and then when we were building it out, you can just choose to do it like this. So we'll add a new one here. We'll just call it a note test. And you can go notes. Create note. And there you go. So then this dialog here shows you the test at what the output would be of your current run. So if we open up the actual notes, you'll see there's another one here. And so that's how you create your shortcut. And again, all you need is a valid URL scheme, which you can find from that website I listed in the article above. And you just need to pass in any parameters and give it an action that you want to take. And again, the scheme that this follows is app name : / action parameters. And the parameters will be separated like ampersands, much like a URL scheme. If you have any questions about how to do this, or if you would like to set up a connection between your own custom third-party app and FileMaker, make sure you contact us here at DB Services. Thank you and have a great day.